Some people see titles as just a prop, something to pass along to the next person, and in some cases, that is true, such as the 24/7 title. But in some cases, they are important. You may remember superstars making their entrance on SmackDown and it would tell us on the screen how many titles they'd won in the past. Or, if you're Matt Hardy version 1, you'd let us know that your least favourite sushi is sea urchin. Nice. History has rewritten itself in the past, especially when it comes to title reigns just completely disappearing. But I've got my shovel and I'ma dig it all up right now. As always, let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments and let's get going. My name's Nathan from What Culture Wrestling and these are 10 title wins that WWE refuses to recognise. Number 10, CHYNA WWF Intercontinental title. WWE does recognise CHYNA's first reign as the Intercontinental Champion before she and Jericho worked a double pinfall angle on the 30th of December 1999 SmackDown episode. But what about the second one? The double pin meant that CHYNA and Jericho were co-champions, but according to WWE, apparently the title was made vacant because of that. Eventually Jericho was made the undisputed Intercontinental Champion at Madison Square Garden, and to be fair, CHYNA was crowned the IC Champion again at SummerSlam 2000. Mamacita. Number 9, Fabulous Moolah WWF Women's title. Fabulous Moolah held the title for 10,170 days between 1956 and 1984. Oh my days. Well, okay, a bit of maths because it's going to get a little bit complicated now. It was actually held for 3,651 days. The women's title was technically an NWA title before changing names and becoming part of the WWF in 1984. Before dropping the championship to Wendy Richter that July, Moolah also traded reigns with numerous other wrestlers between 66 and 78, which were completely ignored by the WWF. Number 8, Los Conquistadores WWE Tag Team titles. Remembered for their golden outfits in their run during the late 80s, but they never really come close to winning the WWF Tag Team titles, so Nathan, why are they in this list? In the year 2000, Edge and Christian were banned from challenging the Hardys for the tag team titles, so they dressed up as the Conquistadors and become the champions at No Mercy 2000. Anyways, WWE didn't recall the Conquistadors as champions in their history. Number 7, Michelle McCool WWE Women's title. Back in 2010, LAYLA and Michelle McCool claimed to be co-champions when LAYLA defeated Beth Phoenix on SmackDown. They both claimed to have a right to be the champion and they were referred to as co-champions on air, but WWE doesn't. In the old women's title history, LAYLA is named as the final women's champion. McCool isn't bought into it. They did split the title into two and have their own versions, and just a little thought, I actually really enjoyed They Cool. Number 6, LAYLA WWE Divas title. I swear I'm getting deja vu. Michelle McCool unified the women's and Divas titles at Night of Champions in 2010, and LAYLA told everyone that they were dual champions. It got decent heat, so standard procedure. But here we go. LAYLA defended the Divas title on behalf of Michelle McCool in some matches, but WWE doesn't officially recognise LAYLA as a champion. LayCool had 2 straps just like the previous number in this list, and it's something that I did enjoy all those years ago. 10 years! Oh my days. Number 5, Ric Flair, the NWA World Heavyweight title. Titles in wrestling can be so confusing. Name changes, different companies, oh man. Ric Flair's 16 world titles could easily be 20 or 21. Ric Flair lost and regained the NWA title numerous times in international territories between 1981 and 1983. WWE says Flair held it for 631 days before losing to Hardy Race. Actually, Nate's traded with Dusty Rhodes, Jack Veneno, Carlos Colon and Victor Javica on house shows before Race, so technically he has more than 16 reigns. Number 4, Bob Holly, the WWE Intercontinental title. Bob Holly almost, but in a way did defeat Jeff Jarrett on the 30th of April 1995 to become the WWE Intercontinental Champion on Action Zone. The WWF treated Sparkplug as the champion, but booked a rematch on the exact same episode. Jeff Jarrett won this and Bob Holly's reign completely disappeared. Jeff Jarrett went back to feud with Razor Ramon and Bob Holly would eventually turn into Hardcore Holly. Number 3, The Rockers WWE Tag Team titles. On October the 30th, 1990, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty defeated the Hart Foundation on a tape special for NBC. The ropes broke in the match, so both teams had to improvise. So Vince McMahon made the choice not to air the match a few days later. The Rock has made several title defenses on house shows after defeating Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, but it's not something that the WWE officially recognise. Number 2, Antonio Inoki, the WWF World Heavyweight title. Antonio Inoki refused to proclaim himself as the WWF World Heavyweight Champion after defeating Bob Backlund on the 30th of November 1979. Due to interference from Tiger Jeet Singh in a rematch on the 6th of December that same year, Antonio told then WWF President Hisashi Shinma that he couldn't accept. The title was vacated and Bob Backlund regained the title by defeating Bobby Duncombe on the 17th of December at Madison Square Garden. In Antonio's 2010 Hall of Fame induction ceremony, he was listed as winning world titles in New Japan, NWA and other places, but not the WWE. Number 1, Ted DiBiase, the WWF World Heavyweight title. Some people say he's one of the best workers to never win the WWF WWE World Heavyweight title. Well, Hulk Hogan's reign of 1,474 days ended amid controversy when DiBiase, Andre the Giant and a dodgy ref conspired to take the title off him before WrestleMania 4. On NBC's first main event special, Andre the Giant was crowned the champion and tried to sell the title to the $1 Million Man. Then President Jack Tunney said, He stepped in to declare that Ted DiBiase could not be the champion and the title was vacated. Ted did defend the title against Bam Bam Bigelow on a house show, but he never really got to hold the title properly. They were your 10 title wins that WWE refuses to recognise. Let me know your thoughts on these title wins, and maybe you know some that were not included in this list. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and as you're on the What Culture WWE Wrestling channel, why don't you check out some more awesome content right here, right now. You can follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE, and you can follow my brand new wrestling account as well on Twitter. It's at Nathan Wrestling. I've been Nathan from What Culture Wrestling, and I'll see you next time.
And finally tonight in our Kayfabe Countout, we share the never-before-told real story about why The Undertaker lost the streak-ending match to Brock Lesnar. Are you ready? Because here we go. The outcomes of all professional wrestling matches are predetermined by matchmakers and agreed upon by the participants. And that is why The Undertaker lost. How about that? And that's it for tonight on Kayfabe News. Please remember to smash that subscribe button and head over to kayfabenews.com to read more nonsense like this. My name is Flippin' Marks. I appreciate you joining me. And remember, it's not fake news, it's unreal.